Why universities must prioritize student athletes' mental health. A position presentation, CMNS 235. Hi, my name is Seganfreddo, and today I'll be talking about mental health support for university student athletes. This topic is personally meaningful to me as a student athlete, and it's academically relevant to others as well. My point is to show why universities like SFU need to strengthen mental health support programs and how this connects to course concepts like continuity and digital democracies and the multimodal of continuity. So without further ado, let's get started. So you may be asking yourself, why do these issues matter? Well, I found this quote from the Peak at SFU: "Mental health is not something that can simply be ignored," says Stolles. This topic directly connects to what we've studied in class, particularly the multimodal of continuity. Universities often maintain structures that prioritize performance and recovery over athletic mental health. Digital democracies such as peer-to-peer support networks and social media create space for athletes to challenge the norm of not speaking out and instead form support needed to talk about what they're feeling. The mental health problem in athletics. Student athletes experience high mental health risk. Instead of assuming all athletes are struggling, Van Singerland found that 18% had diagnosed mental health illness. But even among them, many maintain moderate to high levels of mental health functioning. That fits the dual continuum model. Mental illness and well-being are separate but yet still related. The pressures athletes deal with causes them to burn out, which results in them being silent and not speaking up. Why student athletes are especially at risk. Athletes juggle academics, sports, work, and social stressors. In class, we learn that identity formation in emerging adulthood is unstable. Van Singerland findings show that athletes' mental health functioning shifts depend on their role. Factors such as school, family issues, low self-esteem, or injuries can all contribute to an athlete's mental health. I've personally experienced this playing SFU lacrosse. Research evidence. These studies provide strong evidence that student athletes face unique mental health challenges different from the normal person. Athletes are often seen as either fine or struggling, but rather many athletes actually hold this stress and resilience at the same time. These findings illustrate how universities prioritize athletic performance and recovery over well-being and mental health of their athletes. I also found from Baker's article, Identifying Barriers to Mental Health Care for Canadian Student Athletes, that student athletes often avoid mental health services because of structural barriers such as limited access, time conflicts, and fears of being judged by coaches. How SFU specifically deals with athlete mental health. SFU launched their Find Your Why campaign in 2019 to help athletes stay motivated and cope with stress. It was even nominated for an NCAA award. Despite this, funding limits, stigma, and other access issues still prevent many athletes from getting the help needed. Universities other than SFU must treat mental health as a foundational support, not as an optional resource. Supporting athlete mental health and why it matters. In class, we studied how digital democracies empower marginalized voices. Naslin et al. Show that people turn to online peer-to-peer communities to share experiences and feel less alone. For student athletes in this case, this expands support beyond coaches, trainers, or campus counseling. Institutional programs like SFU Find Your Why campaign provide coping strategies and motivation. Prioritizing mental health improves focus, academic performance, and athletic success. So, in conclusion, Canadian universities outside of SFU must treat student-athlete mental health as seriously as they treat athletic performance and recovery. Accessible counseling, sport-specific programs, and digital peer networks are all critical to supporting athletes and what they need. Prioritizing mental health not only helps athletes feel better, but also improves focus, academic success, and athletic performance. SFU's initiatives like Find Your Why campaign are a step in the right direction, but all universities across Canada need to invest in comprehensive programs to truly support their athletes. By combining institutional and digital support, breaking norms, and investing in mental health resources, universities can ensure that student athletes thrive both on and off the field. Thank you very much.